Now it's time to cast on. So I've got my ball of yarn and I've got that on my right hand side. Just for context of the video, I am right-handed, so that is the way I'll be showing you how to knit. When you're casting on, you need to, because it's a long tail cast on, you need a tail that is long enough for the number of stitches that you want to cast on, and also for a small amount of tail, about this length, so that you've got enough to sew in at the end. So an easy way to work this out is, now we want 100 stitches, so I am just going to wrap the yarn around my needle 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and that gives me approximately enough yarn for casting on 10 stitches. Now I am going to, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I will just pull a bit extra just to be sure, because I hate to run out. Okay, and there you can see I've got my tail, and I was about to proceed then without explaining. Now, first of all, you need to create a slip knot. So I'm going to wrap my yarn around my finger, and then with this other hand I am just going to pull the loop wider, and then I will pull that through, and then you tighten it, and that creates a slip knot. Now I'll just show you again. So I've got my yarn held like so, and I'm going to wrap it around my pointer. Then I am going to grab the loop with these two fingers, pull it open, and then I'm just going to slip that through, and there you have your loop, and you just pull that a bit tighter, and now this should move up and down with ease. And now you're going to pop this on your needle, and then you just tighten it up. Sorry, it's a bit tricky doing this on camera. Okay, now when we go to cast on, slipped off. See, this is the thing with metal needles, it can slip off quite easily, and I'm sorry my needle's clanging on the table, I've just popped it down there. Okay, so we now have our slip knot on the needle. Now that's classed as our first stitch, and we want 100 stitches on here. So your yarn ball is this way, and that is the going to your ball, and then your tail is over this side. Now, similar to how we do the slip knot, we are going to be wrapping now. So I've got my thumb above the yarn, I'm going to wrap it and take it under, and that causes a loop. I hope you can see that. So that's a loop on my thumb. Now I am going to just put my needle inside the loop, and now I'm going to use the yarn that is attached, and as you can see, I've got a grip on my needle now so that this all doesn't fall away, so this hand can move freely. And then I'm going to be getting this yarn that's attached to the ball, and I'm going to take it up behind the needle, down between the needle and between my thumb, if you can see that, like that. And then the loop that is around my thumb needs to come up and over the needle, and then we tighten it. And I'll show you that again. So my thumb is here, and I've got my yarn held just under here so that it stays taut. So my thumb goes over and under, and then I'm parallel to the needle, and I've got a loop around my thumb. Then I'm going to pop the needle inside the loop. Then I'm going to use my thumb and finger to hold the needle. Then I am going to pick up this yarn, which is wrapped around my fingers already, going up behind the needle, down in between my thumb and the needle, and then I'm going to lift my thumb so that I can take the yarn over the needle. And that's our third stitch. So I'll show you again. Thumb is above the yarn. I'm going to go behind and under to create a loop. I'm going to go into that loop with my needle, and then I'm going to hold the needle with my hand that's got the loop, and then round the back of the needle, down between the thumb and needle, and then lift the loop, and over it goes, and tighten it up. And there we've got 4 stitches. So one more time in slow motion, and you can obviously pause this video at any point. So thumb parallel to the needle, I'm going to take it behind to create a loop. My needle goes in, and then I hold with my thumb and finger. I take my yarn round the back, down between the thumb and needle, pull the loop from my thumb over, and then tighten. And there you can see we've now got 5 stitches on the needle. Now yours might not look like this, because when you're first learning to cast on, it is difficult to get the tension right and to get the stitches looking even. At this stage, don't worry about that. What I would say as well is have a few practice runs at doing the cast on. Do this cast on, take it off, just pull it like this, and then you can start again. So we'll do our slip knot again. So I've gone around my pointer finger, I've gone under with my other hand, pulling the loop out, and you just bring the thread through the back, and there is the slip knot. Then I want to put that onto my needle and tighten it up, and then I am going to start casting on. And that, remember, the slip knot is counted as your first stitch. And so casting on won't take as long once you get quicker. The hardest part will be keeping count of the stitches. And there you see, I have cast on the 5 stitches again. Now I will cast on the rest of the stitches and come back to you once I've done that. But like I say, feel free to rewind the video, practice a good few times at casting on until you feel confident, and then come back and watch the next one.